Thank you so much for your introduction. Yeah, I'm feel very honored to be here and share what we are doing at the Peking University and also in China. Today, I will do an introduction, and three of my master students, they're gonna do the demos of our products. So my presentation is divided into two sections. Okay, so before I continue, please allow me to introduce myself a little bit. So I'm a lecturer and a researcher at Peking University. Yeah, we are located in Beijing, but we don't use Beijing University. We use Peking University. That's because the university was established before the New China. So actually, we are using an old name for Beijing. So that's a clarification for the name of my university. It's called Peking University. At the same time, I'm also serve as a Secretary General for China Technical Communication Alliance, and you can also see my other positions in several other organizations. Also, I'm also a member of IEEE PCS, the member of Board of Governors. Yeah, so this is a little bit about myself, and we are also offering the first technical communication program in China. And what makes us special? We are located in School of Software and Microelectronics, so that's quite similar to Wolfgang's program. So we are located in a computer science program. Yeah. In China, we call it GPT technology. That means generative pre-trained transformer. That's the technology behind all kinds of AIGC, what we are calling it AIGC. Yeah, there are so many models nowadays, like the famous ChatGPT or GPT-4. Yeah, ChatGPT is only an instance of GPT technology, so it's fine-tuned for chat, right? So it's based on GPT. So there are so many famous models, like the list here, Sage GPT. So many, and also in China, we don't have exact numbers how many models here in China, but we estimate at least more than 30 models here. So the famous one, like the earning from Baidu, and also Qianyi Tongwen from Alibaba, and many other models here. So it's yeah, quite a phenomenon here, especially in nowadays. And we're also in a era from PGC to UGC and to AIGC. So we can, yeah, especially nowadays, a lot of people are talking about AIGC. So I think, yeah, so the GPT gonna change a lot for the content industry. And firstly, we're gonna do some case studies. I will introduce some of the cases we have found which are already using GPT technology for their content creation. And later on, we're gonna show our efforts. Yeah, the first one is Microsoft Learn Docs. If we go to the Learn documentation site, we can see many notes like this one. It reminds us this article was partially created with the help of artificial intelligence before publishing, blah, 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 that kind of reminder. So we can see a lot of pages already marked with this note. So we don't know exact partition of the content, but I from my personal point of view, I can see a lot of pages are already created with the help of AI or the GPT technology. So this is the example of Microsoft. And then we can also see Baidu. Baidu is a Chinese Google, so also very famous in China. And this company also launched well, we call it Wenxing Yiyan. That's our large language model. This is in Chinese, but we can take a guess about this page. So this is a page to introduce a software, and also have a note here. So the whole page is created by Wenxin Yiyan. So that's automatically created, not like Microsoft. This totally created by software without any human efforts. Yeah. And also some other cases like Supabase, if you go to their documentation site, in their search box, they already incorporate ChatGPT into their documentation site. If you want to ask, if you want, so you don't need to read the documentation. Actually, you can just ask the chatbot behind the documentation. You can ask it any questions. This company already turns their docs into a knowledge base for ChatGPT. So ChatGPT knows pretty well of this documentation, this product. So if you are interested, you can go to the site. This is a question I asked, how to use AUTH in Python. So this is generated content from the document. So I think, yeah, so ChatGPT gonna, or this kind of technology gonna change our way to interact with technical information, as well as information in general. Yeah, so this is actually a tool, because Supabase, they develop everything using open source tools. So we can also use a commercial tool like Chatbase. They can convert all your data into knowledge for chatbot, so can easily deploy one. And yeah, another one is AI position assistant for Oxygen XML editor. So this is a plugin for Oxygen XML editor. We can see from this UI, it has a lot of functions to assist the technical writers, like to continue writing, or also to itemize or a passage, or can make index terms. So this is very helpful for the data technical writers. And we can see more this kind of tools will come out. Yeah, so yeah, then we gonna go to our my last example. So this is also a product by a Chinese company. Is called IFU. Yeah, you can access the company by this link. You can get this product. This company offers a solution can automatically generate regulatory documents. Of course, for the draft version, so also need technical writers to proofread or verify all the documents created by the software. But actually, you can save a lot of human efforts. I must say. So this is yeah. So recently launched the project. Yeah, so from the above case studies, we can conclude that not like, especially from my observation, I find that GPT has already been applied in technical writing from the examples I showed to everyone. So yeah, so GPT has already been applied, not like we are still discussing or talking about the possibility. Actually, it's already been applied in this area. And we can also see that technical writing tools, especially like Oxygen or some other technical writing tools, they are already, or they are incorporating GPT to enhance the productivity. Yeah, and the third conclusion is we can also see a lot of GPT-empowered tools are coming out, like like this one, right? I just showed it to everybody. Yeah, so this is my brief introduction to the available use case of GPT. And because at Peking University, we also have done a lot of experiments to see the possibilities to use this kind of technology. So later on, I'm gonna ask my students or my master students to demonstrate some kind of tools to show our explorations in this area. We will show three cases. The first one is about term instructions. We all know that terminology is quite important in this area. These tools are already deployed to the cloud. So if you are interested, you can access to the software when we are demonstrating the software. So terminology is quite important. We usually need to check the term consistency, or before we do the translation, we can extract terms out and translate it before we do the whole translation, project translation. So this is the first demo gonna done by Shuaibing. And the second demo is about documentation updates. And in technical writing, to update technical documents is quite often a task. Like you have an older version, later on you have some new developments to update your document. So we can use we can use research and development documents or materials to update the original one automatically. So this is the second tool we're gonna demonstrate. The third one is we can also use GPT to optimize technical documents. Yeah, so these are the three demos we're gonna show. Each one will take about 5 minutes. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna ask my students to do the demo. Okay, so Shuaibing, are you ready?
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. I'm very glad to share our exploration and practice on the application of GPT with you. At first, please imagine such scenario. You need to make a glossary for a technical document, or you need to get the terminology in some files. A kind of regular approach is that you can read the content and pick some terms out manually. But now, GPT has come. All this work can be finished by the GPT automatically. So what I'm going to show is GPT-based term extraction. Let's see how this powerful model can assist us to extract the term in specific text. This is our demo website. It's also available to any of you to visit it. It's a simple page, but it can finish a wonderful job. Yeah. First, for monolingual text, here we can input our text with any language. And in the input area, we just need to paste or type the target text and then click the extract button and wait for a moment. Here, I use a sample. And by click this sample button, the content will be filled automatically. And we click extract and explain. It will take some time. While waiting, let's see some other two buttons. Together with this button, all of them have the same core function, that is term extraction. But there is a little difference. The first one only extracts terms without any additional information, and the second one can give each of the term with some explanation. So here we can see the result. It is finished by the GPT. And in the result area, we can see the listed terms with some explanation accordingly. And the third button, it can extract and explain the required terms with both English and Chinese separately. For the sake of time, I will not show other examples because it will take some time to run and produce the result. Also, below the results area, we can click export as TXT or copy the result content directly. Also, if the result does not meet your requirement, you can specify some fields here. And separated with space. If there's no input, it will extract the text without any field specification. For example, here we can specify the field related to science, medicine, and so on. Besides, we can also use it to extract terms with bilingual text. Here we click this tab and we change to the one single input box into a source text box and target text box. Here I just use a sample text. Here is a English version. And here is a Chinese version. They are aligned bilingual text. So once we click extract, the GPT will help us to extract the terms. The result has shown here. So we can see it can extract the terms in bilingual text and list the result one by one. And the left side is the terms in source text, and the right is terms with target language. So we can see this is what it can do. Also, below the results area, we can export as TXT or copy the result as copy the result to the clipboard directly. So this is all about my demo. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Zhang Yujie. I'm glad and very honored to share with you a little demo of what GPT can do with document updates. So what is document updating? Generally speaking, in a daily life of technical writers, they they create countless product documents that might have been updated many times. When they are informed of new changes to the product or are given detailed documents of new product features, they have to fully understand that first and make small changes to the original documents. And this demo, automatic TechDoc updater, is to show how GPT can do this kind of task automatically and quickly. Because this app is deployed locally on my own computer, so I will show you the process directly now. So there are 3 steps. Step 1, paste the original document. I provide here some simple details of iPhone 3 product details. We have colors, dimensions, hardware, and battery capacity. You can see, and we offer this original content for GPT to understand and also act as the templates, a reference for the GPT to output the final content. As you can see, it's a very structured one because we know it's a very simple demo as a whole. So let's make it a little bit easier. And the second step, tap in the change list. Here, we tell GPT what the differences of iPhone 13 vs iPhone 13. In other words, we will tell it what the new changes are to give some simple descriptive sentences. And here, they can be out of order, though GPT can still quickly understand and react. So step 3, we press the submit button. Before that, we can change the content to be correct. Okay, we press here. Wait a few seconds. Okay, let's take a look at the results. As you can see, here it's add the colors purple and change the thickness and weight, and also running memory and battery. As you can see, it understands almost every change, and make changes to the original documents and outputs the new document align with the old template. And so to conclude, this is a very simple demo for reference. I believe that if we take the time to carefully tune the GPT model and learn how to use it correctly, we can deal with more complex and diverse situations. And that's all I want to share. And welcome our next team member, Jingxin, to share.
Hello, everyone. Okay, great to be here with all of you today. I'm Chen Jingxin, studying at Beijing University under Dr. Gao's guidance. And I'm really excited to share something interesting with you all. Lately, I've been using ChatGPT as my trusty assistant. And let me tell you, it has incredible potential for optimizing writing. I've been exploring its capabilities to optimize unstructured documents. That's exactly what I'm going to demonstrate today. I've developed a simple app using GPT that can transform the technical documents into into a more organized one using information mapping strategy, which is a famous writing strategy to make content more organized and structured. And you can see this is my developed app. All you need to do is to paste in a chunk of bad text. And for example, let's take something from a trimmer's operator's manual. Yeah, it is badly written, and I've chosen one section of it. Okay. Sorry. Which is starting and stopping the trimmer engine and paste it here and run the app. You can see that the original content is a mess. The app will process the text through these default functions, rewrite to be structured. You will check and correct spelling, grammar, punctuation, and optimize structure and of sentences and paragraphs. And just wait for some seconds. And for saving your time, I've run it before. You can see the result directly. It's shown on the right. And the original content is shown on the left. And you can do a comparison. The transformed text is more clear and structured. And it breaks the text into sections and make bullet points to make it look more tidy. The application was built with GPT, and as you can see, the results are pretty impressive. It shows us that GPT has a ton of potential when it comes to optimizing tech documents. I think it's a fantastic tool, and I'm continue developing. And thank you.